I swear this is just a coincidence. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Terry and you're watching the AXO. Now this right here is the Acer Nitro 5. Now to your eyes, this may just look like another gaming laptop, but what you don't know is that it is powered by the AMD Ryzen 7 5800H series processor, with the graphics handled by an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 GPU. So these are pretty top of the line specs in such a compact gaming laptop. So who could say no to a review opportunity? Now before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's go through the Acer Nitro 5's spec sheet. Being the brain and power of this laptop is none other than the AMD Ryzen 7 5800 series mobile processor. Now this is part of the AMD 5000 series CPU built on AMD's 7nm process, which is the Zen 3 core architecture. Featuring 8 cores and 16 threads, the Ryzen 7 5800 processor offers a base clock of 3.3 GHz and can be boosted up to a maximum of 4.6 GHz. It is also paired with 16 gigs of 3200 MHz DDR4 RAM, upgradable to 32 gigs maximum, and it has a 512 gigs PCIe NVMe SSD. There's also an additional HDD slot with the HDD upgrade kit included in the box. For its display, it has a 15.6-inch QHD display with a fast and smooth 165Hz refresh rate. Now in terms of graphics, it has the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 with 8 gigs of GDDR6 VRAM, which supports 5120 CUDA cores. The Acer Nitro 5 weighs 2.2 kilograms and measures 2.39 cm thick. It bears the familiar Nitro-esque gaming aesthetic that we've grown to know and love. We've got the edgy angles on the sides with the dual rear vents looking like a sports car's aggressive taillights. There are also 2 additional ventilation outlets on the left and right sides of the laptop, with the Nitro branding printed in the top middle section of the hinge area. Now despite its mostly plastic finishing, it still has a touch of minimalism and elegance to the laptop. So it is made of plastic with a couple of red accents here and there. Connectivity wise, the laptop has a HDMI port, a USB 3.2 Type A Gen 2 port, a USB Type-C 3.2 port, 2 USB 3.2 Type A Gen 2 ports, a minimized RJ45 Ethernet port, as well as a 3.5mm audio jack combo. There's also a Kensington lock to secure the laptop, but unfortunately no SD or microSD card reader can be found. Now around the back, in between the taillight vents, is the power port to supply all the juice the laptop needs from the charging brick, which this time is big but thin. Now display-wise, the Acer Nitro 5 features a 15.6-inch IPS display that is complete with a 165Hz refresh rate. To make the visual experience even snappier, it has a response rate of 3 milliseconds. Acer managed to push the screen-to-body ratio up to 80%, giving off a more immersive experience, be it for gaming or watching movies. Now the display itself has a matte finish and it's great for avoiding unwanted glare and reflections, which is absolutely great under direct sunlight. The top half with the display is sturdy, has very minimal wobble, but it does have a little bit of flex in it. Just don't go flexing the screen for no reason and you'll be fine. The display has just the right amount of brightness and the colors are fairly vivid. Blacks can be darker, but just the 165Hz refresh rate alone, I'll give that bonus points for sure. Now when I first unboxed the laptop, I was expecting it to be heavier because I saw the 2.2 kilogram number, but that wasn't the case with the Nitro 5. On paper, it is 2.2, but it doesn't feel that way. The casing material somewhat irked me because it's very prominent to fingerprint smudges, so if you're bringing the laptop around with you out and about, you might want to carry with you a microfiber cloth as well. As for the connectivity ports, I like the positioning of them. The power port is placed on the back, so there's nothing jutting out from the left and right sides of the laptop, which is great. And most of the USB Type A ports are placed on the left side, which frees up more space for your mouse hand, and there's no cables disturbing you. Personally, I kind of wish that the USB Type A port on the right side is swapped out for another additional USB Type-C port, because I have transitioned more into USB Type-C devices. And a couple of things I like to see on the Nitro 5 series is the inclusion of a card reader as well as charging support on the USB-C port. because currently USB-C charging isn't supported on the Acer Nitro 5. So this time around, the Acer Nitro 5 uses an updated dual fan system with a quad exhaust system. Now paired with Cool Boost technology and Nitro Sense, hot air is channeled out from the left and right side of the laptop as well as from the back. Now fan profiles can be easily toggled with the Nitro Sense software, and surprisingly my right hand could not feel any of the heat that is dissipated from the right side of the vent. As for the keyboard typing and trackpad navigation experience, Acer kinda wins half the battle here. The keyboard has great isolation and key travel distance, which makes for a comfortable typing experience. There was a nice tactility to it with great feedback, and I enjoyed typing on the keyboard. Now that being said, I was let down that the RGB system is only a 4-zone RGB instead of like a per key RGB system, but that is still better than having no RGB at all. The WASD keys and the arrow keys are highlighted, which is great. And the best part is the key sizes aren't squished and crammed together. There's even a numpad on the right with a dedicated Nitro Sense key as well as media keys embedded into the FN row on the top. For the trackpad, it's large enough in size, but it's not as smooth as I thought it would be. There are no physical buttons for the left and right click on the bottom, and I wish it was placed in the center rather than it leaning towards the left. Now that's because when I'm gaming or typing, my palms do partially rest on the trackpad. There are rare chances of mistouch, so I'd prefer to just have it in the middle. Powered by the latest AMD Ryzen 7 5800H mobile processor with Radeon graphics, we had no doubt about the laptop's performance. Be it for productivity or for gaming, in the performance department, we ran a couple of synthetic benchmarks for the Acer Nitro 5. And the AMD Ryzen 7 5800H handled all we threw at it with ease, with the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 GPU handling the graphic sides of things like butter. Now obviously for work, the laptop didn't encounter any issues like screen freezes or lagging. We used the Opera GX browser and everything loaded fast and smooth, which is also thanks to the Intel Wi-Fi 6 module. Now when it comes to gaming, we tried Genshin Impact as well as several other games on the laptop, and they performed absolutely great. The laptop and the RTX 3070 did very well in handling the graphics, but you do hear the fans kick things up a notch. Just a notch. Now as for thermals, the palm rest area remains cool, while most of the heat being generated is on the top central area of the keyboard, which is away from my hands. Now in the audio department, the Acer Nitro 5 has a dual stereo speaker system, which is downward firing and is positioned more towards the front of you, kind of facing you. Now the speakers sound average with good highs, decent mids, and somewhat acceptable lows or bass. The speaker's volume does get loud, but just keep things at about the 80% mark so you don't hear any of the distortion. The webcam is placed on the top of the display, flanked by the microphones, and it's acceptable and does work for your voice and video call meetings. Now as for the battery, the Acer Nitro 5 still has a 58 Wh battery in it, and that's because the rest of the space is occupied by the 2.5-inch HDD storage bay. Now personally, I would have wished for a larger battery capacity instead of the 2.5-inch HDD storage bay, but that might be something you're looking for, so it's up to you. Using the laptop for work and minimal play, I was able to get about 9 hours of usage on the brightness setting set to 50%. Now charging the battery from 0 to full takes about 2 hours, and unfortunately USB-C charging is not supported on the Nitro 5. So you will have to bring the 180 watt charging brick with you wherever you go. The Acer Nitro 5 series has been a popular choice for gamers on a budget, with it now offering AMD Ryzen 5000 series processors and NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3000 series graphics. It offers even more value with the price to performance ratio. The Nitro 5's design got cleaned up over time, with the thermals being updated as well as the performance offerings increased. However, it still is with the Nitro 5's budget roots, so it's still made of plastic and it lacks some of the features that some of the more premium gaming laptop has. For that, you'll need to jump into the Predator series from Acer as well. For the price you're paying, the Nitro 5 offers amazing value in terms of sheer performance and aesthetics that is packed into a complete laptop package. That is all from me for the Acer Nitro 5 2021 with AMD Ryzen 7 5800 processor. Thank you for watching and staying to the end of the video, and do give us a like if you like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Terry and I will catch y'all the next time. The Acer Nitro 5.